So welcome to all. Okay, let us ask to join the class immediately. Sir, please give the meeting ID. Sir, from the center, look at the message meeting ID. I don't know. You have to request. Automatically go to the email ID. Then hit on the link. You will be directed to this meeting automatically. Else you log into your Gmail account. Okay, then click on the join a meet. You will be automatically join to this meeting. Else other student, please in the WhatsApp group share the meeting ID. Some of you requested that ki share the meeting ID, so you may help them accordingly. So again, welcome. This is the fifth of my 6 classes, NC5. This is Dhiren Kumar Mathur. Okay, Assistant Professor, Government School Rourkela. Welcome. So today again we will learn some cost concepts. Okay, na? So for this marginal costing and break-even analysis, we'll discuss. Speed up. Other chain. Someone already shared. Just wait for a single minute. Someone wish to join, just wait for a single minute. Okay. Next hit marginal costing. Look at here. Your question marginal costing. You will find both the theory and problems. Write down both theory and problems from this chapter. As it is a distance mode course here, so you will find to a great extent the theories only. Still, you should keep preparing yourself for the problems also. Now the marginal costing. Okay. So which is the concept of marginal costing? We'll be studying here the income under the marginal income statement under the marginal costing, profit volume ratio, managerial uses of marginal costing. So for all type of study, finally you must read the use of the that particular type of chapter, because often many times that will be asked also, and this is the thing for which you are reading, you are studying a complex chapter. Understand? Unless you know the use of that uh, theory, use of that study, why will you study that? That's why you must learn the use of a particular lesson. Now, the concept of the marginal costing, number one. But it says in economics, you might have heard many a times marginal costing or marginal cost. What is the term marginal cost? Marginal cost defined as the amount at any given volume of output by the aggregate costs are changed. Aggregate given volume of output, number one. Number two, changed is increased or decreased. Number three, by 1 unit. Number four, what it suggests. At current level, we are producing 20 units. This is 20 units. Understand the points? And incurred cost of rupees, suppose 1000. So this is unit for 20 units. Suppose we incurred a cost of rupees 1000. Suppose at it enhanced level, the increased level. Suppose next to it, for the 20 units we incurred 1000 rupees of cost of production. Suppose we just switch to another unit of the production, that is 21 unit, that is 21 unit, and we incur 1050 rupees, and we incur 1050 rupees. Now the difference of production is 1 unit, and the difference of cost that arose to rupees 50. This is what called the marginal cost. इससे इजी और कुछ भी हम बता नहीं सकते हैं. This is what called the marginal cost. That means you have to remember. And always, many a times in the interview and entrance, whether from the economics background, arts background, or commerce background, you will be openly asked, what is marginal cost? What is marginal cost? Understand the point? The changes of the total cost with respect to change in a single unit of output is called the marginal cost. So for 1 unit we additionally incurred in total cost rupees 50. This 50 is known as marginal cost. Understand the point? It's the thing. पेन तो हमेशा प्रॉब्लम ही करता है. Next. So in this context, a unit may
give an example.
Give an example.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have given the example only. Let's look at it. Not a problem at all. Suppose you are ice cream manufacturer. Ice cream manufacturer. Now, for producing 50 units of ice cream, that means suppose you are working at a level 50 units of daily. You produce 50 units of ice cream and you incurred 1000 rupee cost. Understand the point? 1000 rupee cost. This is what called the total cost. This is units. Next to it, now it will produce another unit of the ice cream, another unit, that is 51. Next to it you will incur, suppose 1100. Suppose, why is it so? Now you can argue that why it will be, sir, ki 50,000 it will incur 50, sorry, if we'll produce 50 units, then it will be 1000. So we can directly calculate the what will be the cost of the 1 unit by dividing 1000 divided by 50. By dividing 1000 divided by 50, we can directly calculate that is 20. Not like that, because not all the costs are variable cost. Have to understand, not all the costs are variable cost. There is a fixed cost also, some part like rent, etc., salary, etc. Fixed costs are also there. So directly you can calculate the cost per unit in this way. And when we will produce another unit of ice cream, just you incurred 1100. That means 1100. Now look at it. What is the gap? 100. For what unit? 1 unit. 100 for 1 unit. This is what called the marginal cost. मार्जिनल कॉस्ट अभी तक हम बताए, मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग नहीं, मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग फिर आगे बता रहे हैं, मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग टेक्निक्स. This is what called the marginal cost. That means changes of the total cost with respect to the quantity. Understand the point? This is marginal cost. Or you can say directly, if you go to the depth of this, you will go to the depth of this, then total cost, changes of the total cost with respect to quantity कैसे होगा? With respect to quantity कैसे होगा? Now delta of changes cost with respect to delta of quantity is equal to marginal cost. पेन प्रॉब्लम करे, कोई बात नहीं, अपन यू आर लिसनिंग ना. This is marginal cost. Or you can say the mathematical students, derivative of the total cost. That means derivative of the total cost with respect to the quantity. That is what called the marginal cost. Understand the point? These are the things. Okay, I'll take a while here, just a single second. I'm back. I'll be back. Just to calibrate the pen, it will take only 10 seconds. Okay, let it. Next to it. Now look at. So total cost. How to calculate the total cost? Now fixed cost plus variable portion. Fixed cost plus variable cost. Understand? Look at. Now total cost कैसे सेटअप आप कर सकते हो? Fixed cost is always fixed. That's a fixed cost plus VQ. What is meant by VQ? Variable cost into quantity. This is called your variable cost. Obviously, when variable cost that varies as per the unit of production. Let's say this is variable cost, unit of production. Suppose 5,000, you are producing 5,000 per unit, variable cost is 5, then direct multiplied 5. Understand the point? Next, if you produce 2,000 units, then into 5. So variable cost always that varies with the units of production. Let it, pen not working. That's why variable cost always multiplied with the quantity and fixed cost remain fixed. That's it. Next to it, if we produce at n level, if we'll produce at n level, then fixed cost plus variable cost. If we'll produce at n plus 1 level, that means for one additional output, what will be your total cost? Now fixed cost plus very easy quantity एक unit और बढ़ जाएंगे, that means q plus 1. So q plus 1 and variable cost directly multiplied with a product, that's a q plus 1 into v. So this is what the equation of the one increased additional output. So just look at here. First one is total cost equal to fixed cost plus quantity into variable cost. Next to it, second one is fixed cost plus quantity plus one enhanced unit multiplied with the variable cost. So what we'll find, if we'll subtract 1 from 2, then marginal cost equal to variable units, because look at here, marginal cost equal to variable the variable cost, sorry, because total cost minus this one, this is the previous total cost, this is the new total cost, changes of total cost, that is what called marginal cost, माइनस हो गया. नेक्स्ट इट ये एफसी कट जाएगा, वी क्यू डिडक्ट हो जाएगा और बचेगा प्लस वी. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट? सो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट इक्वल टू वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. यहाँ पर ये बात होंगे आगे, दिस विल बी डिस्कस्ड इन डिटेल. लुक एट इट. Income statements under the marginal costing. That means marginal costing do not go like the profit loss account. So you have to prepare separate types of analytical type of income statement under the marginal costing. Understand the point? So it starts from look at it. ये जो भी लिखे हुए हैं इसको छोड़ दीजिए, यहाँ पर देखिए आप. That means income statement under marginal costing और फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट, और जो भी आप अकाउंटिंग को छोड़ करके एनालिटिकल कॉस्टिंग टेक्निक्स या फिर मैनेजमेंट टेक्निक्स सब जो भी पढ़ोगे, ये इनकम स्टेटमेंट आपके काम में आएंगे. सो लुक एट फर्स्ट वन इज सेल्स. सबसे ऊपर आप लिख दोगे, यहाँ पर हम लिखते हैं अमाउंट रुपीज सेल्स. तो सेल्स फर्स्ट आते हैं. नेक्स्ट इट लेस, आज आई ऑलरेडी स्टेटेड यू नो, उससे सबसे पहले क्या माइनस होंगे? वेरिएबल cost. Understand the point? Sales less variable cost. So you will find contribution. This is contribution. Less fixed cost. Less fixed cost. तो यहाँ पर fixed cost आप माइनस कर दो. Next to it, whatever remains with us, that will be profit or loss. If this will be a positive figure, then profit. If this is a negative figure, that will be profit or loss. This is the thing. Understand the point? So why first of all sales reduced by the variable cost to get the contribution? Why is it so? Why we deduct the variable cost on the cost? Because to know fixed cost is always fixed, that cannot be avoided. At least we should cover up the variable cost, na? At least बिकॉज फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट जो ऑलरेडी हमारा इनकॉर्ड है वो हम कम नहीं कर सकते, तो एटलीस्ट वी वांट टू कवर अप द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ना, because that money directly goes from our pocket. That's why first the business is interested to know its contribution, how much contribute this business. That's why sales less variable cost first, then if remains anything, then fixed cost भी हटा दो उससे, then profit or loss. This is the thing. So for example, actually time नहीं होते example के लिए, suppose you have foundry shop etc, electrical shop, example carpentry. Suppose you have carpentry. Next to it, first of all, fixed cost like the rent, understand, rent etc, these are the fixed cost, salesman salary. So this is fixed, you know, this much of cost you have to bear. But the variable cost, that means the cost of material, understand the points, the cost of material, labor charges, wages etc, these must be covered up first, these must be covered up first, otherwise their business will be shut down. Understand the point? That's why first the businessman interested to know ki what is its contribution. So first sales reduced by the variable cost, then we'll get the contribution. Next to it, if remains anything, then fixed cost, then profit and loss account. So in this way we will analyze the cost. That's why here written total sales less variable cost contribution. Understand? Sales less variable cost, you can say contribution. Now reverse that. So sales equal to, you can say variable cost and contribution, variable cost plus contribution, the same thing. Sales less variable cost equal to fixed cost plus profit or loss. How is it? Because sales less variable cost, that is contribution. Look at this equation, sales less variable cost, that is contribution. So this is C. Now how will get C? Now profit or loss plus minus fixed cost, ये दोनों ऐड कर देंगे तो ये मिलेगा, इसमें ये माइनस कर देंगे तो ये मिलेगा. So you have to use these equations accordingly. So fixed cost plus minus profit or loss. Now contribution less fixed cost equal to profit. So look at here, contribution less fixed cost equal to profit. Income statement under marginal costing, here some example given. Okay, next. Pen is not working condition today. From the following particulars, find out the amount of profit earned during the year using the marginal costing technique. That means very much easy. You can anyone can haphazardly calculate these things. Anyone can. But here written using marginal costing techniques, because that is little bit analytical. This is a simple problem, but based on this, management body will decide the things. Understand? So analytical. Now product A, B, C, output this much of output. So output always in units. Selling price, that means these are in rupees. Variable cost, that means these are in rupees. And total fixed cost 80,000. Here one thing you have to remember. You may already have studied. Still, I'm saying fixed cost, that is always mentioned in total. Suppose 50,000. That means fixed cost in total means irrespective of unit of production, irrespective of level of production, fixed cost remains fixed. That is 50,000. Now variable cost mentioned है rupees per unit, rupees per unit. Suppose rupees 5 per unit. That means this is directly varying price according to the production unit. So if you produce 2000, multiply 5. If you produce 5000, multiply 5. That means variable cost is always mentioned in per unit and fixed cost always given in total. This is the thing. Understand the point? Next week. Now look at it. So first of all, we have to calculate the profit or loss, up to the profit loss. So A, B, C. तो हम इसके नीचे लिख देते हैं. तो answer. Suppose. So first of all, we will calculate the sales. Point में दे दिया. I have to use calculator also. Look at sales. Now output this much 10,000. So 10,000 into selling price per unit 10, that comes to 1 lakh. Next to it, B 20 into 10, 2 lakhs. Sorry for the pen interruption. Output selling price 60 into 5, 3 lakhs. Next to it, sales. This is sales. Less variable cost. Less variable cost. Now variable cost, that is per unit. Understand the point? So 10 into 6, 60,000. Next to it, 20 into 7.50, 20,000 into 7.5, 1,50,000, 1,50,000. अरे कौन सा मुसीबत है भाई. Now 60,000 into 4.5, 2,70,000, 2,70,000. Here we'll get the contribution. Here we'll get the contribution. 1 lakh minus 60,000, 40,000. अरे सॉरी, पेन अच्छा चलता है, आज नहीं चल रहा है, कोई बात नहीं. This is 50,000. 2 lakh minus 1 lakh 50,000, 50,000. 3 lakh minus 2 lakh 70, 30,000. This much of contribution. Understand the point? सब में लॉस हो गया. Less fixed cost. This was contribution less fixed cost. Next to it, less fixed cost. Now fixed cost 80,000 given. So 80,000 less 80,000 less 80,000. 40 less 80 minus 40,000. Alright, done. I'm dictating. This is not working as well. 50,000 minus 80 minus 30,000. Minus 30,000. 30,000 minus 80. There is minus 50,000. Okay. लॉस ही क्यों देना था उसको. ये 10 into 10,000 to 1 lakh. Now variable cost per unit 60,000, that remains 40,000, 80,000. जो भी हुआ क्या. That means sales less variable cost, contribution you will get, less fixed cost, then profit or loss, anything. Understand the point? Calculate yourself also. Next to it, income statement under marginal costing. Here what given? Another problem. Look at illustration for given 1 lakh units. That means this much of produced and नीचे दिया हुआ sales. Sorry, sales 90,000 units, 3 units. So this much sales. Look at here, 1 lakh unit produced, but we sold only the 90,000. So what do you think? We have to take count the 90,000 na? At the rate 3 per unit. Okay, variable cost is there, fixed cost is there. This is variable cost given per unit, fixed cost given in total. So selling and distribution admission, selling and distribution cost 10,000, of which 4,000 is variable. Yes, another cost is given, selling and distribution cost, that is 10,000, of which 4,000 is variable. Implies that fixed cost is 6,000 out of this. Here variable cost is 4,000. That means one cost is given whose 4,000 is variable, implies that 6,000 part is fixed. So here we have to calculate as per the income statement. We have to that's income statement under absorption costing and marginal costing. Absorption costing का तो कोई बात नहीं है, हम marginal costing पढ़ रहे हैं. चलिए write down income statement under marginal costing. Okay, look, sales. Now look at sales. How much units we have sold? 90,000 into 3, nothing, 27, 2,70,000. Calculate yourself also. Less variable cost. Now variable cost already given, but here two types of variable cost are given. The variable cost one is 90,000 into 2 per unit variable cost, 90,000 into 2. That comes 1,80,000 in bracket. Why I gave it bracket? Because this is a negative figure. Now next to it another variable cost is there, 4,000. So another variable cost is 4,000. So variable cost one is here. Another type of variable cost, that is, you can say the selling variable cost or administrative variable cost. Now deduct this 2, 2,70,000 minus 1,84,000, 86,000. So here we go. 86,000 is our contribution. Here we can write 86,000 is our contribution. Next, less. First, sales less variable cost less fixed cost. So fixed cost, how much is the fixed cost already given? 50,000 in total. So here write down 50,000 bracket. ब्रैकेट अब दे दोगे इसलिए क्योंकि ताकि याद रहता है कि ये -1 है. Next to it another fixed cost, you can say selling and distribution overhead. This one 6,000 is another fixed cost. So here write another 6,000 bracket. That means we have to minus 56,000, 50,000, 56,000. That means we remains with 30,000 is a positive figure, hence profit. 30,000 is a positive figure, hence profit. Understand the points? Very much easy. Sales less variable cost, you will get contribution. Less fixed cost, you will get profit or loss as per the scenario. Understand the point? Here just I am coming.
Excuse
Yes,
me, sir.
yes.
Sir, please repeat this question once again.
Someone asked for the meeting ID. Let ask her ki she got or not. The last one format तो yes, saying also बता देते हैं. Sales.
So please repeat this.
Yes, sales less variable cost. Sales less variable cost, you get contribution. Less fixed cost, you will get profit or loss. Profit or loss. Understand? That means very much simple. In marginal costing, we emphasize on the variable cost. Emphasize on the variable cost because that should be recovered, that should be recouped, that should be compensated first in order to avoid any type of losses. तो फर्स्ट वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, उसके बाद फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट. ठीक है, जस्ट अ सिंगल मिनट, आई एम कमिंग. So welcome back. Next it. So this is income statement. Okay. The next concept is profit volume ratio. Okay. So profit volume ratio. As it suggests, profit volume ratio. What is meant by here volume? Volume means the sales volume. Sales volume. Understand the point? In rupees. The profit to sales volume. But here all the ratios, all the percentage from analytical point of view, from management accounting point of view. That's why they are little bit different from the financial accounting. Profit volume ratio or contribution to sales ratio. Contribution to sales ratio is a relationship between contribution and sales. Just remember it. Contribution to sales. Yes, contribution to sales is called the profit volume ratio. So here doesn't mean profit volume ratio means not net profit to sales. Contribution to sales. So here technically we can say what is profit volume ratio? Now look at profit volume ratio. This one is profit volume ratio. PV ratio. Okay. Many times you may be asked PV ratio. That is contribution by sales. Contribution by sales. Automatically this will be a fraction. Suppose this will be a fraction like 1 by 4. Understand? So 1 by 4 means 0.25 means 25%. 25%. The same thing. 0.25 reflects to exactly understood as 25%. So from analysis point of view, fraction, decimal, everything converted to the percentage. Understand the point? Because percentage gives more sense than the decimal and the fractions. That's why contribution to sales. This is 25%. So for getting contribution, how to get the contribution? Now sales less variable cost. I already suggest. First of all, you will get sales less variable cost. Then you will get contribution. So sales less variable cost. Contribution. This one sales less variable cost. Next divided by sales. That means contribution by sales. Look at here. This equal equation can be written as like this: sales less variable cost by sales. That means 1 minus variable cost by sales. Because when we will again multiply this, this becomes the sales less variable cost by sales. Or else. Look at here. Sales less variable cost. That is contribution. So what is the another formula of contribution? Look at here. Another formula of contribution. Where we can get here also contribution less fixed cost equal to profit. Understand? Or this one fixed cost plus profit. Fixed cost plus profit equal to sales less variable cost. That means contribution. All these are interrelated. That's why contribution. Look at it. This contribution is equal to fixed cost plus profit. Understand the point? By sales. तो fixed cost plus profit by sales करने से भी हो जाएगा. यहाँ पर हम आपको लिख के फिर से दिखा देते हैं. Sales less variable cost equal to contribution. Next, contribution less fixed cost equal to profit implies that contribution equal to this one is positive. Fixed cost plus profit. Fixed cost plus profit contribution equal to. So now simply replace contribution to contribution. So sales less variable cost equal to fixed cost plus profit. Fixed cost plus profit. So this thing. So contribution just change fixed cost plus profit. Now or else profit volume ratio. So profit volume ratio here does not mean profit to sales, not profit to sales, contribution to sales. Or you can check it as change in contribution. that means delta C divided by change in sales, that means delta S. Okay, so change in contribution to change in sales, that means this is 2009, this is 2010. ये देखिए आप लोग, यहाँ पे कंट्रीब्यूशन इतना कुछ था। ओके 2010 में कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन था। सेल्स यहाँ कुछ ले लेते हैं, यहाँ कुछ ले लेते हैं, तो दैट मीन्स directly you can also calculate the change. You have to calculate the change figure. Here you have to calculate the change.
Sir, I cannot hear you.
I'm not saying anything also. I'll be back. That's a call na. Sometime I call from the student official calls. I just reject guys. Now confirm me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The last point, that means 2009 and 2010. If you available with the data contribution cells, just calculate the changed figures. Just calculate the changed figure, delta C and delta S. If you will make the ratio of these two, change in contribution by change in sales, also you get answer. Understand the point? Next to it, change in profit divided by change in sales. This also works. That means change of profits and change of sales को अगर डिवाइड कर दोगे तब भी मिलेगा. Next is, so this is what you have to prepare. Look at here, this is the diagram. This is the diagram for marginal costing, CVP analysis, cost volume profit analysis, or BEP analysis. BEP analysis. Understand the point? Now, whenever you will find any question out of these chapters, marginal costing, whether it is CVP analysis, cost volume profit analysis, or break-even point analysis. See, now I will make you understand. You already know the marginal cost and CVP. CVP means cost volume profit, but we are already discussing is the CVP analysis, cost volume profit analysis. And
Sir,
BEP
your
analysis.
voice is not clear. You are audible, but if it is possible, I mean, it is not clear.
Yes. Let me check. I'm saying now it will make me confirm it. I'm audible clearly or not. Profit volume graph, this one. It's a written break-even point, revenue, total cost, variable cost, fixed. Now the voice becomes better or still it is a little bit airy?
No, sir, it becomes better now.
If you face any problem, then obviously you should raise a notice to
Sir,
me.
please
Okay?
repeat this diagram once again.
I have nothing
Repeat this
mentioned
graph.
yet.
So again, the
Nothing mentioned
disturbance is
yet.
coming, sir. So I mean, we are not able to understand clearly.
Not yet analyzed also. Okay, listen. So from the beginning, so this diagram, what I am saying, this diagram, you have to prepare when you will get any question from marginal costing, cost volume profit analysis. Now next BEP analysis, break even point not yet discussed. I will discuss it. BEP analysis. Understand the point? So why is it so? Because this includes all those relevant things of the cost volume profit analysis. Understand? Listen one thing. To gain the marks, open thing is that prepare diagrams whenever necessary. Prepare diagrams whenever, when even not necessary also. Prepare diagrams. This is my suggestion. Because in these days your answer will be visible, will be feasible, will be hmm, will get more attraction when we are preparing the diagrams, when you are preparing the charts, the graphs, all these things. Suppose I'm saying you just have to say कि material costs are two types. One is direct material, another is indirect material. Instead of saying such a sentence, you can or along with writing that sentence, you can simply write under it कि material one is direct material, another is indirect material. So a simple, very much simple, a simple diagram is here. Understand the point? Simple chart is here, flow chart, but it makes a big difference. This is the thing. Practically, I gained marks. That's why I suggested. Understand the point? So whenever necessary, keep preparing the diagrams. Whenever not necessary, also prepare the diagrams. It make more sense. Look at here. Now, here, these obviously, this is the monetary. So in the y-axis, we will write the cost. Understand the points? The sales, the profits. That means all the figures in monetary terms are written here. Cost, volume, profit. Now here written activity. What about activity? Output. Understand the points? Output. For production sales, output in units. Always. OX axis always for quantitative, and this is always a financial. That means in monetary terms. So here, as we produce more and more, as we produce more and more, what will happen? The fixed cost. Look at it. This is the fixed cost. The fixed cost remains fixed, irrespective of any level of output. Any level of output that remains fixed. So it is directly parallel to the OX axis. So fixed cost always fixed with respect to total production. Obviously up to a certain level, but वहां तक हम नहीं जाएंगे. चलिए next week. Now this is what called variable cost that varies. Understand the point? Variable cost that varies. A fixed cost on above this much of fixed. Look at it. This much of cost always fixed. So total cost बार कहां से शुरू होगा? यहां तक तो फिक्स है. जब वेरिएबल कॉस्ट एकदम जीरो होगा, इस पॉइंट से वेरिएबल कॉस्ट जब पूरा ही जीरो होगा, तब भी तो कुछ ना कुछ फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट तो इनकर हो ही रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स जब आप पे द rents, so rent and remuneration of the security guard to fixed cost. So that means production कुछ भी नहीं होगा, still also you have to bear this much of fixed cost. So fixed cost remains fixed. This much of fixed cost. Now this is fixed cost. And as you produce more and more and more, you have to add the variable cost portion. That's a fixed cost plus this portion of variable cost. fixed cost plus variable cost. In top I'm written fixed cost plus the variable cost. That is known as the total cost. So this is the total cost curve. The total cost curve goes like this. Understand the points? Next to it. Now, suppose this is the revenue cost curve. The revenue, that means sales cost curve. When you are selling nothing, you will get zero sales amount. That's why the sales curve started from this. Or this not exactly vertical, sorry, not exactly diagonal, not maybe straight line. Here for the explanation purpose given like this. Now look at here. This is revenue. This is the revenue curve. Now look at when revenue curve below the total cost curve. This one is the total cost curve. This one is the revenue cost curve. When revenue cost curve below the total cost curve, the area, this one is known as the loss. So this area is the loss. That means the red portion is the loss making area. That means when you are selling up to a certain point, this is that point. When you are selling up to a certain point, understand the points. So you will continue to incur a loss amount. You will continue to incur a loss amount. Next to it, one thing is now up to this much of sale, your fixed cost still you have not compensated your fixed cost. Next to it, when you are selling, you are covering the variable cost. So this person is lost due to fixed cost. This person is lost due to variable cost. Understand the points? So this is the loss person. Next to it, when you again achieve this point, still you are selling more than that, more than that. Now look at here. This is the total cost curve that lies below. Obviously, कोई तो एक ऐसा पॉइंट है जिसके बाद हम प्रॉफिट भी करेंगे. The total cost curve lies below to the revenue cost curve. Hence, this gap area is the profit. This gap area is the profit. Understand the point? Now look at here. This is variable profit. ये देखो लिखा भी हुआ है. This is the profit. This is the loss area. Here written. This is the loss area. Here written. Profit कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? This is the profit area. Next to it. And up to this level, this is the fixed cost. Beyond that, up to the total cost, this is variable cost. Fixed cost along with the variable cost that achieves the total cost. So again, we have to either take the screenshot of this diagram, understand the points, or you can, when uploaded the video, you can rewind the video and you can take the screenshot of this step and you will practice this diagram. Look at the next. Now, up to these things, the things were normal, but here the concept of break-even point emerged. Here the concept of break-even point emerged. What is meant by the break-even point? Break-even point. We are selling up to this point. We are selling up to this point where we exactly compensate the total cost column. Now here our total sale just achieved the total cost curve, and at this point, below to it loss area, above to it profit area. But at this point, we have neither loss nor profit. पेन चलता नहीं. Neither loss nor profit at this area. This point is called break even. That means at this point we just break our or make a trend or
Sir,
make a
when there is no
turning point.
profit or loss, it means it is break-even point.
at this point of sales. Yes. Again, now, if you want to write, then write down. Not exactly that I'm saying. Break even point. Likho. The level of, if you want to write, then write down. The level of output. The level of output at which business incurs no profit, no loss. Write down. No profit, no loss is called the break even point. That means at this point there are so many things. First of all, no profit, no loss. Now, when this will going to happen? When total cost equal to total revenue. So at this point, total cost equal to total revenue. That means the intersection point of total cost and total revenue. Look at here, total cost and total revenue. The intersection point of the total cost and total revenue. Write down. Total cost equal to total revenue. The intersection point is called the break-even point. Now, why is it so crucial? Why is it so crucial? Because the business, the finance manager, the production manager, the management has the target to at least produce and sell that much of output. So here I'm drawing this thing. So here I'm drawing this thing. So exactly perpendicular to this. O Q. So at least you have to produce OQ level of output, OQ level of output, and you have to sell OQ level of output in order to indifferent, in order to avoid the risk. This is your no profit, no loss area. That means this is the turning area, this is the target area. Understand the point? Next to it. उसके बाद if business put more emphasis, then it will earn a lot of profit. If business will be inefficient, then it goes below to it, then it will earn loss. That's why this is a turning point in the business. That is short called the break-even point. Understand the point? So already here I'm covered the marginal cost, the marginal cost techniques, marginal cost problems, and break-even point also explained. Next to it, looking for it, what I have written, calculation. Time नहीं होगा, आगे चलते हैं. Calculate PV ratio. Still anything unexplained you couldn't understand? Provided you the mobile phone, email, you can WhatsApp me. No problem at all. Typically, I reply in a single hour, in 1 hour. You can also make me a phone call. You can make you understand. Next week. XYZ Limited reports the following results on 31st March this month. Sales at rupees 3. Of rupees 3 lakh. Look at, whenever we get the total sales, now per unit sales का काम क्या है? कुछ नहीं. Variable cost 2, और variable cost भी दे दिया. 2 lakhs rupees. Fixed cost 50,000. What you have to do? Oh, calculate PV ratio. Calculate PV ratio. Answer. So PV ratio equal to, write down, we know PV ratio equal to contribution by sales. Understand the points? Contribution by sales. Now what is it by contribution? Sales less variable cost. Understand the points? It's contribution divided by sales. Now how much is the sales? Sales is the 3 lakh minus variable cost is the 2 lakhs divided by sales is 3 lakhs. Sir, what is the use of fixed cost here? कुछ use नहीं है. Next to it, 3 lakhs minus 2 lakhs, that comes to 1 lakh divided by 3 lakhs. That means 1 by 3 is 33.33% is our PV ratio. Understand the one? Keep calculating yourself also the things. Rage question, if you have to say anything, because I explained so many things. Na? So taking a small break. Have you any doubt? You can ask. I'm repeating. Okay. Next is managerial uses of marginal costing. Now this is a long question. Should I write the question? Write down. Number one question is write down. Concept of marginal cost question mark. Concept of marginal cost question mark. Make diagram of CVP analysis. Make diagram of CVP analysis. Full stop. Okay. This one. Make diagram of CVP analysis. Question 2. Uses of marginal costing. Uses of marginal costing. All other are short questions. And listen. As you are the learners of the higher classes, understand the points. You all are the matured people, you know. So I do not refer to say the advantages, limitations. These are common things. Understand the points. Advantages of CVP analysis that you have understood. That is to be written. So you nowhere find in my class advantages and limitations. Understand the points. This is based on personal assumption. You can write also. Only you have to learn the technical things. Next, what is the advantages of accounting? You can write your own 5 points, and by reading other 5 points, you can write. It's obviously how accounting is done for the depreciation. This is what called, understand the points, the technical thing. What is the advantages of the depreciation? Those are immaterial. Managerial uses of the marginal costing. That means marginal costing. If we are studying marginal costing, next to it, we are setting a marginal costing techniques in our business. Such a complex system. Suppose such a, should I erase thing? Such a complex system. So why we will set the marginal costing techniques in our business? So here are the answers. Here are the uses. Price fixation. Price fixation. Look at here. Marginal costing technique let you know the PV ratio, the BEP point. जब आपको BEP point पता चल जाएगा कि which is the point at which we are incurring no profit no loss, then you can assume, you can better estimate a selling price, better estimate a selling price for your product. Look at here. Why always in all the chapters this is a point, price fixation? Because price fixation is very much crucial. Why so? Suppose this is a calculator. This calculator or what? That cost rupees 200. Suppose 200. Now I am saying, is a cost which is suitable for the business. What will happen if we will fix it at 180? What will happen if we will fix it at 250? I'm saying, if we will fix the price of the calculator 180, you may not compensate your cost for which you may occur loss. What if the calculator is fixed at 250? In this competitive market, people may compare your price with another platform. They may simply check the price to the various platforms, Amazon, Flipkart. They may check in the cross platforms. So they find that the calculator is available at cheaper price, then they will simply avoid yourself. That's why high price of set नहीं कर सकते हो. So price fixation is very much crucial. In order to, this must be equilibrium to push the sales, to achieve the targeted sales. That's it. Next week. So here obviously these techniques let you know the profits, the break-even points. Understand the points. how much you can cover the variable cost, fixed cost. Which you can fix the price accordingly. Accepting special order and exploring additional markets. Accepting special order, that means you can keep the orders as you can forecast the sale. इसके साथ इंटीग्रेटेड हो गया. As you can forecast the sales price, as you know the profit volume ratio. Profit volume ratio means how much the cover up, you know, profit volume ratio or contribution का मतलब होता है cover up. How much cover up I can get from this order. That's why you can get, you can place this order also. Profit planning. Look at here. This is the thing. If I will get this much of profit, if sorry, this will be the revenue, this much will be the profit above the total cost. So profit, by analyzing the profit, here we can cost volume profit analysis. Here the CVP analysis or the marginal techniques deals with the cost, loss, profit, revenue, fixed cost, variable cost. So related to this, you can use it anything. You can use this technique accordingly. So you can plan your profit accordingly. Understand the point? How much will be the profit? How much will be the profit to earn? To earn a certain profit, how much is the production? How much is the production? I am giving you the example. Suppose you wish to achieve a profit of this much. This can be measured, you know, this can be measured by the method of derivative and integration. Sorry, by the method of integration. This area can be measured. Understand the point? So if you need this much of profit, how much must be the year quantity produced or quantity sold? You can know. So this is what called the profit planning. Next week. Key factors or limiting factors. Understand the point I am stating. Sales mix decision. Sales mix decision. That means sales mix किसको कहते हैं? A, B, C. You have the three types of department or three types of products. Understand the points. Next to it, garments and shoes. Two types of department. Understand the point. So generally, company business plans accordingly. How will be our sales mix? How will be our sales mix? Are pen again? Of course. Okay. So as per this mix, you will get the profit. If your mix is not a proper one, not equilibrium one, then you will not get the desired result. Understand the point? Make or buy decision. Make or buy decision. What is make or buy decision? Material A. Material cannot be understood. Suppose for mobile phone. Understand the point? Battery is the important component. Now, if we will produce the battery, that will cost us 5,000. If we will directly import it from the China, this will cost us 2,000. I don't want to discuss the China controversy. I am just giving the example. Okay, if you will manufacture it, then it will be at 5,000. You can manufacture. But if you import it from China, that will be 2,000. What will businessman think on this? Understand the point? You will see the profit simply. So in order to avoid the rupees 3,000 loss, we prefer to buy them, not make them. Understand the point? This is what called make or buy decision. Understand? So marginal cost analysis, if analysis helps in us. Adding or dropping decision. A, B, C. These are three products. These are quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. A performance, B performance, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. You are watching continuously, which is the performance of A product, B product, and C product. This is what called portfolio. This is what called portfolio. Understand the points? Portfolio doesn't mean for the investment only. Product portfolio is there, investment portfolio is there, profit portfolio is there, something. So this is what called the portfolio. Now the less performing product may be wiped out, and the high performing product may be invested more. Our capital may be invested more on that particular project. So this will be pushed up, this will be dropped up. Understand the point? This is what called the adding or dropping decision. Suspension of activities is the same. This is for product, this is for the some activity. Suspension of activities means suppose advertising. Understand the points? Suppose advertising and sales promotion. Now you continuously monitor that ki advertising and sales promotion won't work that much, that won't commensurate according to the sales volume. So let it advertising supervision or आपको चाहिए भी नहीं. Understand the point? This is the thing. Next stage क्या था? Limiting factors. Now you can understand the various factors. Understand the points? Limiting factors means this is directly linked with this thing. कि various factors, elements involved in marginal costing. For example, variable cost, fixed cost. Understand the points? आगे और है कुछ. Fixed cost, variable cost. Now variable cost में material, labor, expenses are there. Fixed cost, look at here, not always fixed. Fixed cost fixed up to a certain level. If you will produce beyond that level, fixed cost will also increase. For example, my pen is not helping. Fixed cost, suppose you need one room only, you need one workshop only, so you have to pay the rent, and in workshop you can produce only the 2000 units. If you wish to produce 4000 instead, you have to rent another workshop, for which again you have to pay another rent 5000. That means fixed cost also increase beyond a certain level. These are what called all the factors of marginal costing. So how to restrict, limit, setting standard of these factors is ascertained by the marginal costing. मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग अभी तक हमको क्या समझ में आया? द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल, एलिमेंट ऑफ कॉस्ट अभी तक आपको क्या समझा? मटेरियल, लेबर, एक्सपेंसेस. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट्स? एंड मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग एलिमेंट्स क्या है? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट. अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट्स? नाउ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट में अगेन मटेरियल, लेबर, ओवरहेड एटसेट्रा. नेक्स्ट वीक broadly put into two categories, fixed cost and variable cost. That means for the purpose of marginal costing, all types of costs are classified into two categories, fixed cost and variable cost. Next, the marginal cost is also called variable cost. Sometimes yes, marginal cost is also on the variable cost. Understand? It comprises of direct material, direct labor. We already stated. Understand? Here I am switching another presentation. Wait for a second. Kamal Tanwarji, what are you watching?
The techniques of financial analysis.
Discussing so many financial concepts on a single day, because we are watching 2 hours a session. I'm teaching 2 hours a session. Understand my? Only the cost concepts, only the financial concepts will be discussed. If we continue to 2 hours, that's a little bit boring. That's why I thought these are my slides already prepared from the first class to explain this thing in time between, in time intervals. Understand? So again, we will discuss the rest of the things. Only 1-2 cost concept left, and almost we have covered all types of financial analysis. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss. Okay. Now look, techniques of the financial analysis. Look at it. Techniques of the financial analysis. Write down common size statement, comparative statements. Common size statement, comparative statements. फॉर्मेट पूछे जाएंगे आपको, लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन. फॉर्मेट रेशियो एनालिसिस प्रॉब्लम. ये you will find simple problem. Directly you have to remember the ratios. You will get this is all about learn the thing, nothing. So from here we'll get the problem. Understand the point? Now this is another theory of DuPont model for marks. Next to it. So techniques of financial analysis. That means, look at it. First we studied the financial accounting. It suggests financial accounting simply suggests the methods, the techniques. Understand? For doing accounting only. For doing accounting. Next we studied financial statements. That means which are the types of financial statements, how many types of financial statements, which are the techniques of preparation financial statement, which are the law associated to it. We have studied. Now financial statement techniques or financial statement analysis technique. That means after preparation of financial statements, they are studied to a depth by the management to take various types of managerial decisions. So many types of managerial decisions. So after preparation of the financial statements, these steps are taken. Understand the point? So simply the financial analysis techniques, these belong to the management accounting. This technique belongs to the management accounting. Now which are the various techniques? Techniques of financial statement means all these techniques based on the financial statements. That means after preparation of the financial statement, simply financial statement means your income statement and the balance sheet. Understand the point? Somewhere it's cash flow statements. All I've already discussed. Now look at it. This is common size statement, comparative statement, trend analysis, ratio analysis, DuPont model. Look at it. What is common size statement? Very पहले हम बता देते हैं आपको. कॉमन साइज स्टेटमेंट पहले दिखा देते हैं. कॉमन साइज इनकम स्टेटमेंट. चलिए, कॉमन साइज मींस I'm explaining you. Suppose this is recent year 2003, 2002, 2001. This is a comparative. First of all, this is written side by side for the easiness of the comparison. First year written sales. Let's take the sales as 100%. Understand that point? That means whatever amount may be the sales. Suppose 2003 sales is 5 lakh. So let's take the sales as 100%, 5 lakh. In comparison to sales, cost of sale is how much? Gross of profit is how much? Expenses is how much? Taxes are how much? That means sales के हिसाब से, because sales for the income statement, sales is the biggest figure, you know. Now obviously sales is the biggest figure. By deducting all the expenses, we get the profit. Profit is the smallest figure. So let's take the sales as 100%. Now on the basis of the sales, by taking this thing as the basis, sales को basis यहाँ पर लिया जाता है. This is basis. Comparison to this, how much percentage these are? This is the concept. So let's take it 100%. Now we just took a cost is 65% of the sales, gross profit is 35% of the sales, expenses is 27% of the sales, taxes are 2%, profit is 6% of the sales. But it suggests us, this gives us a brief idea that how much your business elements, how much your cost elements are रिलेटेड टू द सेल्स। सेल्स के हिसाब से आप कितना कॉस्ट कौन से जगह में आप इनकर कर रहे हो और उसके हिसाब से आपकी प्रॉफिट कितना है। अंडरस्टैंड द पॉइंट? ऑब्वियसली you have to compare na. Sometimes this may be this 6%, maybe 10%, 11%, one it will happen जब expenses कम हो जाएंगे तब profit का percentage in 2002 also, in 2001 also same thing. That means here we took one as the basis or common, or take one item as the common, and we compare all other items in relation to this common thing. This is what called common size income statement. As this is the case of income, that's why it is called the common size income statement. Now, what is the meaning of the common size income statement? It is a statement in which all items are expressed. All items are expressed as a percentage of base figure. Base figure as P, so that is sales. For income statement. Which is used for analyzing trends, changing relationship among financial statement items. Yes, among financial statement items. Just wait. हेलो, हाँ मैं ये हूँ। हाँ नमस्कार। ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଆସିନି ମୁଁ, ସେଟା ଇନସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ହେଲା, ମୁଁ କହି ମୁଁ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲି ମୁଁ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲି ଆଜି, ଏବେ ନାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ଲାଇଭ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ଅଲରେଡି ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଟିଚର ସହିତ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲି। ମୁଁ ଆଜି ନା ଆମର ଆସିନି, ସେ ପସିବିଲିଟି ନାହିଁ, ସେଟା ତ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଲା। ମୁଁ କହିଦେଇଛି ହବ ପେମେଣ୍ଟ ଟିକେ। ମୁଁ କଥା ହେବି। So items taken as base, all other financial statement items are compared to this, to that item. This is what called common size statement. What is the benefit of this? What is the benefit of this? Because this gives us more idea for analysis. Pen got fixed. Thanks. More idea for the analysis. It creates more sense. It creates more sense. Understand the point? That's why we prepare the common size income statement. That means the simple financial statement that is prepared in the vertical form, that shows only the figures. And even figures are very much confusing. They do not give us the real sense for the analysis point of view. That's why management body prepares and modify them accordingly, which is understandable, which can be analyzed, which can be understood by the managerial body. That's a common size statement is a modified income statement, you can say, by taking one base and for the comparison of others. This is common size income statement. Now look at here, this is common size balance sheet. Common size balance sheet. As you can see, common size balance sheet of suppose this industry starting from 1999, 2000, 2003, 4. Now look at here. Share sources of fund, share capital, so many things are there. How these things taken as the basis? Yes, you can say common income statement, in income statement sales is taken as the base, but here in the balance sheet, the total liabilities, obviously is equal to the total assets. Wait, I'm coming back. Wait. Simple. Total liabilities is equal to the total assets, and these total liabilities taken as a base. That means the total asset, same thing, total liability is equal to total asset. These two figures are given as the base. These are taken as the base figure. Now compared to total asset and total liability, all other items are simply compared. Now look at here. As per liability side, out of the total liability, total debt is 39%, unsecured is 15%, secured loan is 23%, shareholders fund is 60%, reserve surplus is 57%, shareholders share capital is 2.78%. So this gives a idea to the investor. Investor will see this कि out of their total liabilities, their share capital is only 2.78%. Understand the point? Next to it, their debt loan is 39% total debt, which is the biggest amount. So people may like or may not, as per their assumption, they understand that this is the comparison out of the total, like this. So he will uh, interest to invest or not by showing this figure. Total cost again taken as the 100%, and all the total asset and all the assets are compared. Now look at here. Net block. Net block means net assets. Net asset is 64% of the total asset, which is a very good scenario. Understand the point? That means all these are the small assets, you can say, or the current assets, but the net assets having the physical existence like properties, land, building, etc. Net block means net asset. So these the figure of this asset, the percentage of this asset out of the total is 64%. That means more than 50%. It's a good symbol. Understand the point? Loan and advances company already given 25%. Current liabilities लेस किया हुआ. अच्छा, करंट एसेट से करंट लायबिलिटी लेस किया हुआ. नेट एसेट्स कुछ लिखा हुआ, नेट करंट एसेट. So this is to be given net current asset. Net current asset is 18.50%. Again 18.50% is the good symbol, understand. So out of the total, the elements bears which ratio? This is what called the common size balance sheet. Common size balance sheet. Next to it, comparative statement. Comparative statement. Understand the point? I have to inform one more thing to my authority. Just coming back. Okay, coming back in 5 minutes. Am I audible, audience?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why you don't work speedily? Now, comparative statements. As the name suggests, we have to compare here. Compare here the different statements, not the figures. Comparative statements. That means not within a single statement. Statement to statement. Look at here. Very easy. Audited balance sheet. Comparative balance sheet. In common size statement, we compare the different items with a common items. Understand the points? Okay, so many years are given, but maybe need not. But we generally compare to the relation to the total. But what happen in case of comparative statement? Look at here. We compare the data across the financial statement. Suppose comparative balance sheet. So across the balance sheet of various years and with the industry also. Suppose our debt to working capital. Suppose our working capital is this much rupees in crore or lakh, this much rupees. That is how much percentage. Understand the point? Next to it, it increased to this much. How much percentage it increased? Next to it, this much. So look at here. And again, these figures are compared with the figures of different years, and with the industry also, this is not compulsory, but you can with the industry average also. Understand the point? This much of thing. In short, I'm saying the intra statement study. The intra statement study is common size statement. Understand the points? The inter statement study is comparative statement analysis. It's comparative statements analysis. This is the thing. That means we will compare here the current year's figure with the different years. Understand? Not deep. Now comparison techniques are different. Some compares with the average industry average, some compares in relation to the previous years, like this. So comparative balance sheet, what it suggests, comparative statement, to compare the company's current financial numbers with monthly, quarterly and annually data from previous fiscal years. That means this is previous year, this is current year, this is next year. Suppose when we compare the figures of current years with the previous year data, and when we switch to the next year, suppose when again we compare our figures of this year in relation to the previous year, this becomes the previous year. So here we make a intra statement study. That means obviously balance sheet will be compared with the balance sheet only. So previous year balance sheet will be compared with the next year balance sheet to make more sense how our business going in a downward trend or upward trend. Understand the point? So this makes us more clear about our business. Next is trend analysis. Now what is meant by trend analysis? all these techniques are financial statement analysis. All these techniques are financial statement analysis. That means we analyze after preparation of the financial statements. Trend analysis, what is meant by this? In 2001, sales is 1 lakh. Suppose this is 100%. Then in 2002, sales become 1 lakh 50. That becomes 150 of our previous. In 2003, sales become 1 lakh 75,000. That is 175% of this figure, this base figure. Understand? This is also compared to this. This is also compared to this. This is a base year. Now ट्रेंड एनालिसिस क्या कहलाता है? ट्रेंड एनालिसिस सिंपली आपको यही कह रहा है, यहाँ पर रुपीस, यहाँ पर यूनिट्स आउटपुट, यहाँ पर रुपीस, यहाँ पर यूनिट्स आउटपुट, sorry, very much sorry, time period 2001, 2002, 2003, how peer sales that improved. This is what called trend analysis. So in comparison to past years, how we are performing particular items, how you are performing. So this is the sales trend, you know, sales trend. Profit trend भी आप कर सकते हो. Trend analysis simply means what? Trend analysis is prepared to see if there is a pattern in the performance. Number one, if this is the pattern of performance. Performance means maybe profit, maybe sales. In a broader sense, sales; in a narrower sense, profit of the company over the year, which could help us forecast the performance of the company for future. So forecast for the company for future. Look at it. In 2001, increment is 50%. In 2003, increment is 75%. Obviously, you can make a easy guess in 2004 how much is the sale and how much is the percentage. Question lies to you. Please answer it. Based on this data, you have to guess, make a guess. What will be the sales amount? What will be the percentage of such sales amount in relation to the 2001? Speed up, turn on your mic and answer. Please, learners, but I'm asking here. If I'm saying anything I couldn't hear, please text me. Am I audible? Na? Okay, let it. I couldn't hear you. Now 2001, 2002, 2003. This is, look at here, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 50, 1 lakh 75. Obviously, exactly you can't guess. Obviously, exactly you can't guess. So either you have to make average of the increment, either you have to make the average of the increment, or suppose take an example. At least 25% increase hoga. This will be 2 lakh. This will be 200%. Understand the point? This will be 200%. I'm not saying that exactly calculation. Exactly calculation that based on the statistical data, you have to how to calculate the justified answer. Take this difference, make an average of this, or make a trend, make a weighted average. That is what called weighted average of this, and apply to this. I just say guess how much will be the sale. 2 lakh, and this may be the 200%. So what it serves? To forecast the performance, because as we know the trend, we can say in this year this much is the sale, in this year this much is the sale. So at this year how much will be the sale, we can forecast. Surbi Mathur replied, yes. But sorry for that, I couldn't hear you. No problem. Let it. This becomes monologue, you know, not a dialogue. Trend analysis involves spreading the financial statements and comparing similar operating periods. That is it. Standards involve spreading the financial statements and comparing similar operating periods year to year, year to year. Obviously, we compare here the data from years to year. Understand the point? Ratio analysis. Now look at here. Now ratio serves a better things like that. I am showing you one ratio. How many types of ratio are there? Liquid ratio, profitability, and ratio to capital employed. Suppose one thing I am saying, current ratio. This is the name of the ratio, current ratio. That is a ratio of current asset to current liabilities. That means how much current asset we have, which are called the current assets, like cash, debtors, etc. That means those assets which can be converted into cash in current period. Assets which can be encashed in current period are the current assets. So how much we have the cash or cash equivalent in relation to the liabilities, in relation to the liability. This is what called the current ratio. That means a ratio gives more sense, more useful data, figure, a summarized figure, you can say a summarized figure. So ratio serves as a better understanding. Understand the point? Now after preparation of the financial statement, you will collect these things: asset, liabilities, quick asset, net working capital, total assets. Here I'm saying कि after preparation of the financial statement, so many things are studied on the financial statement. It takes 6 months time, it takes 7 months time to study the financial statements. Understand the point? Because in order to stabilize our business, in order to understand our business to a depth, you have to understand the mirror of the business, that is financial statements. That's why ratio analysis is that which compares the various items. A ratio can be expressed in various ways, including as a percentage. A ratio can be a percentage, a fraction, a time figure, a number of days, a rate, or as a simple number also. That means ratio doesn't mean always percentage, fraction. Look at here, I'm saying, suppose current asset by current liability, that becomes 200 by 100, that becomes 2 only. 2 is a simple figure. 2 is also a ratio. 2 means very much easy. Current liability into 2 equal to current asset. That means current asset is as twice as the current liability. So a number, a percentage, a time, figure, fraction can be termed as a ratio, not necessarily a fraction. A large amount of complex information can be condensed into easily digestible and standardized form. Large amount of complex information and numerous comparisons between the different years of the singular company, between the companies of varying sizes, between the industries can be made. That means what it said. A complex data of a company or an industry can be understood easily when we divide them, when we arrange them in items, and we make them ratio, Look at here. Understand the point? This ratio gives us better understanding than the haphazard figures that are shown in the financial statements. This is the thing. So let's understand some ratio. So liquid analysis ratio, that means which ratio analyze our current asset liabilities. This is called liquid analysis ratio. Profitability ratio, which relation to the profits and in relation to capital employed. So in relation to the capital, some ratios are there. Understand the point? So first analyze liquid ratios. Now current assets mean simply current asset by current liability. So sorry, current ratio equal to current assets by current liability. That means what it suggests. For every ratio, I will just explain you the meaning of that ratio. you just learn the ratios of रट लिए सब ratios, फिर you don't know whether it is the utilization of all these ratios. There is no meaning of remembering all these things. That will be fruitless. How much is the current asset relation to current liabilities? अगर आज की डेट पे हमको मार्केट में उधारी चुकाना है 1 लाख रुपीज, दैट इज व्हाट कॉल्ड करंट लाइबिलिटी. आज की डेट में हमको हमारे पास है या फिर मार्केट से मिलने वाले हैं 2 लाख रुपीज, दैट इज व्हाट कॉल्ड करंट एसेट. इन शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आपके पास जो पैसा है या फिर मिलने वाला है, दैट इज करंट एसेट. इन शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आपके मतलब जो पैसा देने हैं, लाइबिलिटी चुकाने हैं, वो होता है करंट लाइबिलिटी. सो हाउ मेनी 2 lakhs इज द करंट एसेट, 1 lakh इज द करंट लाइबिलिटी. So current ratio equal to current ratio equal to current asset by current liability, that is 2 lakhs divided by 1 lakh, that becomes 2 by 1 equal to 2. So listen one thing, this 2 by 1 ratio is called the ideal ratio. Remember it, it is the ideal ratio for the current ratio. So this is a short question, remember it, 2:1. That means we must have twice of current asset as current liability. करंट लाइबिलिटी हमारे पास जितना भी है उससे ट्वाइस होना चाहिए इन ऑर्डर टू मीट द करंट लाइबिलिटी. क्योंकि आपके पास दुगना होगा तब ना आप करंट लाइबिलिटी को पे ऑफ करके भी आपके पास कुछ पैसा बचेगा. सो द आइडियल फिगर इज 2:1. नेक्स्ट, क्विक रेशियो. दैट मींस क्विक रेशियो, क्विक एसेट्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट लाइबिलिटी. हियर क्विक एसेट डिवाइडेड बाय करंट लाइबिलिटी. अंडरस्टैंड? व्हिच आर कॉल्ड द क्विक एसेट्स? ना करंट assets minus inventories. Current assets minus inventory. That means current assets simply means current assets involved cash also, debtors also, various receivables also, inventories also. Inventories. Because all these things are current assets. You like look at here. Because in near future we can convert them into cash. But here inventory is slow moving. That means whether we can sell the inventory और नॉट, दैट इज नॉट श्योर. अगेन सेल के बाद डेटर होंगे, क्योंकि क्रेडिट में सेल करोगे तो सेल से डेटर पैदा होंगे. डेटर के बाद कलेक्शन होगा, कलेक्शन होगा तब जाकर के हमको कैश मिलेगा. इट्स ए लेंथी प्रोसेस. सो इन्वेंटरी इज नॉट टर्म्ड एज द क्विक एसेट. ऑल अदर्स आर टर्म्ड एज द क्विक एसेट. दैट मींस दिस कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू कैश विद इन ए शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. एंड इन्वेंटरी वेदर कैन बी सोल्ड और नॉट वी कैन से. So here quick asset divided by the current liability. तो ये जो चीज है ये आइडियल होता है 1:1. राइट? तो हियर आइडियल रेशियो इज द 1:1. दैट मींस जितने आपको मार्केट में अभी लाइबिलिटी पे करने हैं एग्जैक्टली उतने आपके पास पैसा होने चाहिए. क्विक एसेट का क्विक रेशियो का मतलब वही. नेक्स्ट वीक, नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल रेशियो. नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल एसेट्स. रेशियो बिल्कुल भी रिमेंबर लर्न करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आज द नेम सजेस्ट, करंट रेशियो करंट बाय करंट, क्विक रेशियो क्विक बाय करंट लाइबिलिटी, नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल बाय टोटल एसेट्स. द नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल मींस करंट एसेट्स माइनस करंट लाइबिलिटीज. अभी मार्केट में आपको मिलने कितने हैं, आपके पास कितना पैसा है, करंट लाइबिलिटीज अभी आपको कितने पैसा मार्केट को चुकाने हैं, उसका जो डिफरेंस होता है दैट इज व्हाट कॉल्ड द नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल. दैट मींस दिस मच ऑफ सरप्लस मनी वी हैव टिल डेट. हमारे पास अभी इतना सरप्लस पैसा बच रहे हैं. तो दिस सरप्लस मनी ऑन टोटल एसेट इज हाउ मच परसेंटेज. दिस इज द थिंग. दैट मींस सपोज दिस इज 2 lakhs, net working capital 2 lakhs divided by total assets 5 lakhs. Understand the points? So 2 by 5, 40%. That means we have 30% surplus cash till date in comparison to assets. This is the thing. So here we can say in nutshell ki ratio gives us more idea. Just those two figures, look at here. करंट लाइबिलिटी जितने हैं, करंट एसेट इतने हैं, आपको जो बताया जा रहा है, तो यू आर नॉट गेटिंग सो मेनी थिंग्स, सो मेनी कंक्लूजन आउट ऑफ दैट. व्हेन द सेम थिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू द रेशियो, You can trace out so many things out of that. This is the thing. Next to it, so many types of ratios are also there. Actually, I have to go live for another class also. That's why today we are concluding. Having any question, I'm giving the time. Do ask any question.
So that profit and that curve that you explained, profit volume graph, not the curve. Sir, can you just brief it one more time?
I repeat one more time. That was explained minimum half an hour. So exactly.
Yeah, actually, I just got, yeah.
So just one
Sir,
thing
I understood the concept. Like the thing is, I understood that fixed cost is something, and then above that there will be some variable cost. So the loss and profit part I understood, but just the loss in the loss part, below the fixed graph and below the fixed line and above the fixed line, can you just explain me the two different kind of losses? You mentioned that there are two different kinds of losses.
Yes, like that. So just
So
look up. Yes,
below,
I'm till 5 minutes. I am
yeah.
here. Okay, till 5 minutes I am here. Just exactly ping me the exact doubts. Understand the points. Look at it. I'm saying. Just look at it. Here. I'm saying.
Okay. So
Are you asking anything?
yes, sir. Yeah. So, sir, I just want to like know the loss part.
Understood.
I just want to understand the loss.
Yes, I'm getting. Look at it. This is output. In relation to output, this is the monetary curve, how we are performing. Understand the point? Now look at here. So obviously, this is the fixed cost. Look at here. This is the fixed cost. When you are producing nothing, this is the origin O. This is the origin O. आप कुछ भी produce नहीं करोगे. When you are not producing anything, still you have to incur this much of cost. Now ask me how? Because you have taken a factory in a rent. If you will produce nothing, the landlord will not excuse na. He will not excuse. That's why he will charge you the rent. So fixed cost are remain fixed. How? Like the supervisor salary, like the factory supervisor salary, manager salary, officer salary. Understand the points? The things we have taken on the rent. So fixed cost always remains fixed. So आप कुछ भी production नहीं करोगे, तब भी this much of आपको incur करना पड़ेगा. Suppose at this point हम बता रहे हैं, जब तक आप revenue यहाँ से अब जब revenue तो revenue जब zero होता है, profit also zero. Understand the point? Profit also zero. You just started increasing your revenue curve up to this. Suppose up to this. Understand the point? Still you just your revenue at this point. Just explain this point. I'm explaining this point only. So revenue at this point, but still your cost at this level na. Look at here. So this is your revenue curve. This is your fixed cost curve. Yes, am I understood? You are getting. This is the revenue curve.
Yes.
This is the fixed cost
Sir.
curve. Now you can easily understand the revenue cost below the fixed cost curve. Yes, am I right? Below the curve,
yes,
so
sir.
obviously this is the loss na. Just one thing. This is the thing. But up to this level, just listen, up to this level, we are not achieving, we have not yet started adding any type of cost. That means variable cost. हम यहाँ से variable cost की बात ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, यहाँ तक तो सिर्फ fixed cost की बात कर रहे हैं. So up to this level, only we have the fixed cost. Understand the point? Now only we have the fixed cost, and ये यहाँ तक हमारा इतना ही sales है और sales की बार नीचे है, so this one is our loss area. Now what I said, this loss due to fixed cost only. This thing, this loss due to fixed cost only. Because when you are unable to compensate your fixed cost, how can you earn a profit? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट अलग है. वेरिएबल कॉस्ट का मतलब हम आपको समझा रहे हैं. कि when you start producing the goods, the cost incurred on these components, the cost incurred on this material and components, that is called the variable cost. Even if you are not started production, then also you have to bear the cost na. So that's why
Yes.
fixed cost pehle aata hai. So now up to this point, due to fixed cost, you have incurred this much of loss. Understand the point? So this delta can be said as the loss due to the fixed cost, and this can be measured. This can be measured. If this is a triangle, simply you can by putting the area of triangle you can measure. If this is a curvilinear, by putting the integration you can make the area. That is different. Now beyond this, look at here. Beyond this, now fixed cost के बाद हमारा variable cost start होता है. Why variable cost curve is upward trending? Why? This is total cost. That means कि ये part variable cost है. So total cost part यहाँ क्यों upward trending हुआ? Because as the cost, variable cost that varies according to the production level of output. So component for producing 1 unit of mouse is rupees 50. So if you wish to produce 50,000 mouse, तो आपको 50,000 components भी तो चाहिए, 50,000 into 50 material भी तो चाहिए. So that means here the variable cost goes upward trending. Now look at here. This is the area of the cost. Now look at it. This is the area of cost. Not only that, this is the area of cost. That means this is the cost bar. But sales goes here. Understand the point? Still, we have not surpassed the total cost bar. This is the total cost bar. Still, we have not surpassed the total cost bar. That means still we are occurring the loss. So if we will measure only this part, so this part due to the loss due to variable cost. Because look at it, variable, ये जो एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंट आपको दिख रहा है, दिस इज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. यहाँ से यहाँ जो आपको दिख रहा है, यहाँ से यहाँ एरिया, ये फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, ये है वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. तो दिस लॉस इज ड्यू टू वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, दिस लॉस इज ड्यू टू द फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, and this entire the peak part is our total loss. Understand? But after a certain point, total cost that lies below and revenue that goes up. Understand the point? उस एक सेल्स के बाद तो हम अपना कॉस्ट को कॉम्पनसेट कर ही सकते हैं. तो दिस ग्रे पार्ट इज कॉल्ड द प्रॉफिट. Understand the point?
Yes, sir. Now understood. Thank you, sir.
Still then you can message me, you can WhatsApp. Understand the point? Okay. Lot of thanks. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.